you taking a break? You can use my banner as a blanket. Are you taking a break? You can use my banner as a blanket.
Alright, how do I start this? Hello, I am Ryeth, also better known as Rest Off, the Arknights community, apparently. Not by intention, of course, but yeah, that's me. I'm just gonna be yapping about some stuff about the leverbois tournament. Hello, Celeste, welcome in. I'm just gonna be talking about some of the stuff about leverbois tournament. I'm not very good at articulating what I want to say, so I will be reading some point form notes and then expanding on that, however much I can. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So how this tournament originally started was, actually I don't know how it originally started. That's on Lever's part, but like how it started on my end was Leverboy came up to me and told me about this tournament that he was having, but he had no plans or anything whatsoever at the time of asking me. And when was it? I think this was on like the 14th. So this was like on a Thursday for me, roughly almost a week and a half ago. Yeah, so he came up to me and told me about this tournament that he was going to be hosting. So when I asked him what is it about or how he's planning to do any of this stuff, he told me that he was asking Xyrathan for some help on that matter, but I think Xyrathan was at the same time ghosting him. Sorry, Xyrathan, I don't mean to throw you under the bus like this, but that's just how it looked to me, so, you know, don't think too much about it, I guess. But yeah, so that happened, and then from there, I I actually figured out that Leverboy has no experience with tournaments whatsoever. So he was making this tournament with no experience, and he didn't really know what else to expect when he like thought about this like small little tournament of his at the time. But yeah, this was his initial idea where he wanted to make a score system for like just his viewers, and then that somehow ended up um blowing up more than it should have. Because when he showed me some of the stuff he wrote to Xyrathan, like how he should be designing this tournament, he was pretty much asking Xyrathan like how the tournament should be held, like how scoring should be done. So he didn't have anything um planned at all by the looks of it. So so yeah, he had this banner made about this tournament, and he just started throwing it around like an ad, which is insane, and a lot of people started taking notice of this tournament, and it continued to get more traction over time. So that was like the point where I decided that I was just gonna help him and like work on this tournament, right? So it could like how do I put this? So I basically just decided to help him so we can put his tournament plans into motion, basically. So I pretty much just volunteered to help him accomplish whatever his goals were for this tournament, and we did eventually like get some help from uh, other organizers within the Arknights community. Sorry, excuse me. And thankfully, we were able to kind of get some help from their end. They also gave us some advice, particularly for like some of the things that will be done on Arknights, like some ideas for streaming, some other help with like how things can be better if we had more people, which of course we were lacking. They also offered to help staff if they had the time. But yeah, in the end, we really just didn't have any staff, and I wasn't comfortable with asking people to help with such like in such short notice. Like we would be asking people to help for like 2 to 3 days. We weren't really expecting the fourth day for the finals, but like yeah, we were expecting like 2 to 3 days for the finals, and like asking someone to help like eight 8 hours on day one, or like even 4 hours on day two. Like we would need several people, especially if we were like gonna schedule people on and off. So it was really hard just to just ask anyone to volunteer at this point. So I just took it upon myself to kind of do everything, and that's kind of um, why a lot of things is just centered around uh, me doing a lot of the background kind of work. But during the tournament, like the whole design that was made was was of course on really short notice, so I didn't really know what I was planning for. So a lot of the stuff meant for the scoring that Leverboy had planned, like I had to go back and forth with him a lot, and I just didn't have enough time to like get a lot of the stuff I needed. So it ultimately became what it is, and how like we did the scoring and stuff, like how I got the data to kind of make everything work out just on my end, because we didn't have people. But yeah, when all the when the rules and the score sheet went out, like that's when my part got somewhat easier. Of course, there were still problems with the score sheet, but you know, we have to give something out, even if it's not perfect. But one of the problems was after it got released. Sorry, someone was not muted on Discord. I had to deafen. Yeah, so another issue I ran into after everything got released was like when I asked people to ask me questions about like some of the score sheets on Discord, like no one would ping me, right? So I would assume everyone kind of knew what they were working with here on the rules on the spreadsheet, like what they had to do, and then the only times I would ever notice any of the questions being asked was through Mutton, who is another admin on Leverboy's channel, who would ping me, telling me that there's a question that needs to be answered. So there was a whole ordeal with that. So I might have missed like a lot of people's questions because I just didn't notice them, or they just didn't really ping me about it. But ultimately, it was I think it was fun. Like there was a lot of people in Scrims VC that just hang around. Like they just hung around, like not even practicing for the game. And I feel like that was the only moment where I got to like kind of play Stronghold and had fun at the time, but also like not think about the tournament anymore. Even though I should be, but Leverboy was like at that point it was mostly Leverboy working on the tournament, so he was hard at work. I'm not gonna lie, he was hard at work. Like we pushed him a lot so that he would actually do some of the stuff. But yeah, once my part was done, it was mostly just relying on him to finish some of the work that was on the streaming end. But yeah, it was really fun being able to interact and meet a lot of the cast members, a lot of the new people as well, right? Like not just old Arknights creators, but like also new ones that have showed up in recent years. And I thought that was really cool because this feels like an event that was meant to like bring a lot of people together. And I don't even know if that was part of Lever's like ideas, because he just wanted like a small little tournament for himself and his community, but you know, Leverboy doing his things, he just advertised everywhere. It kind of got to this point. Okay, so regarding the scoring, this is I think this is something that's going to be really hard to talk about. For scoring, I just want people to know it's not easy making the scoring sheet. Because I have no experience with this game mode, because I've only been playing it for like 4 days. I had no idea what like I was gonna do to balance some of these things in order to make it work out in like a scoring system. So I had to design a scoring system that would like match what Leverboy wanted in his scoring, right? Because he wanted it to be like kind of casual and like where a lot of people can, where a lot of Arknights players, right? Both new players and like where the more experienced players can kind of like experience together. But yeah, just mostly having it accessible for a lot of players, right? And not just for like the most hardware inclined category of players. But because I was lacking a lot of like knowledge and experience in Stronghold Protocol myself, and I didn't have like the data to like back up a lot of choices that I've made. Like, it was just really hard to come up with some of these ideas, especially when it comes around to balancing the scores. Right, and that also includes Hidden Core, because I remember back before we even released anything. So this was like when we had the initial announcements about the tournament and what it would be like, and like how the scoring was going to be kind of done, where we hinted at like small little bits of how the scoring is done. Like it had Hidden Core mentioned it as like a small little bonus thing, but when I look back into it, it was like, oh well, if we have to do Hidden Core, it's like that doesn't seem very new player friendly, right? So that ended up getting that just ended up getting scrapped. So I really apologize for any confusion that might have caused. Like, and I'm sorry for anyone who was like seriously thinking that a hidden core was going to be part of the mechanics in the scoring, but yeah, that just didn't fit in with some of the scoring that we were doing. Now the next one is screenshots, reviews, and penalties. Okay, so again with screenshots, the screenshot things was mostly just for me. Of course, screenshots will also help like confirm some of this stuff. I mean, there's also ways that you could kind of fake your scores, but like if I'm verifying like four people's images, like that's enough to confirm whether it is the same run as well as uh, it being recorded on stream and then entering the unite phase. Like you can like you're able to identify that these people are actually doing the same run. So hopefully that does help answer some of these questions about like validity in terms of um or in the case where someone's like cheating or doing something nefarious, right, there was a lot of stuff for me to look into, and not only for screenshots, right, like there were people saying like you should like everyone should be recording their videos, which I feel like that's a far stretch, because again like lack of good hardware and being able to stream while playing the game, I feel like that just excludes more people from being able to participate in this tournament. Because when it was announced that like people had to do screenshots, like there was a lot of um remarks saying that, oh, it's hard to do like screenshots, it takes a lot of time, and then it's like when the other option was take videos, people would say, oh, can't do videos, right? The phone will crash, the game disconnects, all that stuff. So it was like it's hard to find like a valid way to confirm people's scores if we didn't do one thing or the other. But ultimately, I think everything turned out pretty well with the screenshots. As for if we're gonna keep doing that, I don't know. Like, I don't even know if we're gonna do a second tournament. I'm gonna be honest, but if we do a second tournament, it's probably not gonna be planned by me, I don't think. Um, yeah. So when it came to reviewing scores, if you guys were with me in the voice channels when I was like helping people do some practice scorings and stuff, like you guys probably already know. It takes me like 3 to 5 minutes just to get your scores in, and it's probably the running joke that I'm taking forever to do scoring, but like no, that's not really true. Don't hunt after anyone for that. Like let's just say I'm slow. I think that would be the easiest way to put it. I'm just slow. So so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, I'm just slow at doing the calculations here. That's why we're having like 30 minutes before I even release scores. It's just because I'm slow. It was also mentioned on the scoring that there were penalties, but that's just I kind of put that there just as like a thing to make people wary about that they need to take pictures. I obviously didn't penalize anyone for missing pictures because I don't think I should do that because it kind of ruins the fun for people when people are start freaking out when they don't take pictures. So usually when people miss pictures, I'm just telling them in chat, oh yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry if you miss pictures. It's not a big deal. And the other thing is that even though people were missing pictures, like they're still telling me that they had foresight. I didn't even ask if they were running foresight in these images. They just openly admit that they were running foresight when I didn't ask, and they had no reason to do so. So it kind of just shows the integrity that the community has in Arknights. That we don't really have many bad players here, but I mean, you never know. There might be like some nefarious players here, some bad actors, but unfortunately, we didn't see any here in the tournament. So I think we were very fortunate with that. As for releasing the score sheets publicly after like the day or the second day, like I don't think really releasing the score sheets was that big of an issue because even if you see the score sheet, you're only able to get information of what they ran at the end because it's not like we were looking at on stream. It's not like we were looking at every single player that was there, but it's just hard to identify what they did in between like round 2 and 13 up until the boss. But I kind of also treated it like in a Pokemon tournament where you have open team sheets so you can kind of like see what other people have because a lot of people who run certain strats tend to like dominate the tournament. So this kind of gives people a chance to like maybe adjust their strategies a little and like try to adapt to like keep a score to keep a high score really, but like I don't know if that was really good or not, but I don't think it was a choice that would affect um whether you would change your strategy or not, because obviously you can keep using your same strategy or you can adapt and like, try to imitate what they did just based on how you would do it yourself. Um, where am I? No, okay. Feedback. Okay. Now the feedback. I don't think I've read a lot of the feedback yet. But I'm hoping it's productive and at least doesn't bring negativity to anybody or like anybody working on like the tournament or any of that kind of stuff. But I would like to filter out a lot of the meaningless comments that that are popping up in the feedback. Like people are having conversations in the feedback, and like I really don't want to see that when I'm going through feedback. But at the same time, it's also not just me who's going to be going through the feedback, but maybe someone else who might take over if they want to improve on the score sheets or make changes or whatever whenever the second stronghold protocol releases. feedback on how to run the tournament. Okay, we are getting feedback about. I think I read something about like get more staff, like get more staff, get more volunteers. Is like you guys have to remember this was like a week ago, like right before the tournament. We only had a week, so getting staff in such short notice, it's like near impossible, guys. Like people have to volunteer for this. We're not hiring people to do staffing in this community. Like we're asking for people to just come up and say, yeah, I'll be willing to do this. Right? It's like I get there are people who want to just participate in the tournament, but like not help out, and you know that's fine, right? You can do whatever you want, but it's like when you're asking that we should make like a higher production, higher quality, or whatever, it's like if we don't have the people or staff to like manage it, then that's a no-go, right? Like it just doesn't work. Like we're looking at this where I'm the only one person who's working on the staff. Everyone has to be in the same voice call, and there's very little I can do about it because we're just lacking people. Because no one's volunteering, no one's offering to help. Although I think there were some people from Lungmen Dragons who was willing to help, but I was like, I told them it was fine because at this point, like everything's already sorted out on our end. So at this point, I just told them, yeah, if you want to participate in the tournament, go participate. I'll handle everything on the back end, and then they can just go have fun. Because I don't think I need anyone else, right? Like the whole event went pretty smoothly, I think, on my end. I don't like other than like a few small hiccups, like it went pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. We do have suggestions about doing pre-recorded videos, and I kind of do want to lean into this a bit more because it feels like if we're doing pre-recorded stuff, it would be easier, especially if we have like tournament officials or like other staff making sure that their run is valid, their run is like are being done in like a specific time, and then just have them submit the video to be played on the official stream whenever that happens. Like I feel that's a pretty good idea. Again, it just comes down to like the integrity of players, which I don't think there's any bad players in Arknights really. But yeah, it just comes down to whether people are like playing this honestly or if they're just doing this with bad intentions. But yeah, having pre-recorded videos, pre-recorded streams or whatever, I don't know. I'm kind of losing it at this point. Yeah, it eliminates time zone difference, and we can more easily also compensate for like casters showing up. So we're not stressing them out. Like they'll know what to expect. Like they'll know how long the entire tournament's going to be played on, or, like, and everyone else is going to be done their matches, and they're just waiting for the results, really. But they'll also be done like semifinals and finals before the video even comes up. So everything on the video end is mostly just for viewers, and then everyone on the tournament side would just they'll be done with the tournament basically before like the stream even goes up, so they can also watch when the live stream happens, kind of thing. But yeah, I'm hoping that's how we go about it moving forward. I think that's a really solid way to mitigate a lot of the time zone issues, especially when doing the brackets. Because getting 64 people to fit in an 8-hour time slot, that was very messy. Because okay, originally we had a lot more time zones, but we messed up like how some of the stuff was gonna work. Lever also didn't understand that if we were doing this many matches in a single day, Like who's doing this for like 11 hours, right? Right, I don't think it hit him until like it really hit him when we had like some other people like Aqua Magma and Star Nincy come in to like actually tell him that this is bonkers, basically, because like 12 hour stream like for every contestant is like no one's gonna be here for this long, right? Because I think we were planning on doing preliminaries and then moving on to quarterfinals on the same day, and yeah, I was just telling him like there's no way you can fit all these people in the same time because no one's gonna be awake after like their first match or whatever. So yeah, pre-recorded runs is definitely something to look at. Um, but there are concerns, right? Like regarding validity of the runs and whether they're not um doing something like they're also doing like another pre-recorded run and like having different results. But yeah, pre-recorded runs like have someone there to validate the time, the date, basically just when they do the run, right? Because we do have the home screen. I think someone mentioned this, right? You can see the time on the home screen, so that is one way to verify it.
Back where I'm from, all the kids looked up to me.
So that does do some validity, right? Oh. Also, just well, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna work because like we have to calculate the scores of 4 players, and of course you can't. Of course, you have to watch out for the people who can't like stream, so they're doing screenshots, they're doing whatever. But hopefully, we can somehow mitigate it to like only one screenshot on the result screen. But I don't know how Stronghold Protocol 2 is, so I have no idea what to say on that part. But hopefully something changes about it at least. Obviously, I don't have anything specific I can say about that, but yeah, pre-recorded run sounds like a really good idea to me, and I hope that's fine with the community if we're doing it in such a way, because I think Lungman Dragons, well, not Lungman Dragons, well, it's like someone who's doing like the IS tournaments said they were doing that, and that's been working out. I think that's on the CN side, but yeah, pre-recorded runs, it should make it a lot easier for many people, especially if we have different time zones for sure. And yeah, just a lot of things that we can't expect yet because we don't have Stronghold Protocol 2 here in global yet, so we just have to wait and see for the most part, unless there's someone who can translate Chinese. But again, that's for whoever's going to be working on this, which might not even be me. Another thing that I thought about was having 2 separate categories for Stronghold. Of course, we have new players and we have like the longer players, like players that have been around even longer, like 5 to 6 years, right? Like I was thinking like we would have a category of tournaments where you would have like more newer players in one category, and then you would have more seasoned veterans in like the other category, so that you can kind of not go against someone who's more experienced than you, who have more operators than you. So maybe we're gonna have like a threshold of like how many 6-star operators you have, like if you're still under level 90 doctor or whatever, just to kind of keep like experienced players separate from newer players, I guess. But that also depends on like how many players we even have at that point. So that would be kind of hard to do, I think. But as long as there's enough teams in both categories, it might be okay. As long as we have 4 teams in both, it should be fine. It's just a thought, but maybe it's just something to consider. The other thing is how score reviews are done and how it's handled. Yeah, again, this just ties back to like, are you doing screenshots? Are you taking videos? Like, I don't really know what the optimal method is for this scoring, especially when when you have to deal with 4 players' scores. Right? I feel like screenshot would be the easiest method, personally, and yeah, it all just comes down to integrity of the players. Because I feel like screenshots would be the best way to do it. I mean, videos would obviously be the best way to do it because you would have like recorded evidence of a lot of things. But but we once again come back to the problem of people's hardware, like not being able to record full runs of Stronghold Protocol. So again, it's just really difficult to kind of piece everything together to make sure everything's actually valid. Other than again, just the integrity of the players, really, right? Just hope people are telling the truth and not trying to like give us some BS with their screenshots. As for how the tournament went overall, I think it was really good. It was really good. Like I don't think I don't think anything bad happened. Well, actually, no. There were some leaks on the stream. Um, but yeah, overall, the overall quality and performance of the stream and the tournament, it was very good. Although there were some cases where Leverboy was slightly behind schedule, and I would just DM him with like the alarm clock emote, and I'd just be spamming it until he realized that he's behind schedule. But yeah, other than that, we were a little bit behind on time. So thankfully we did catch up. This was only on the first day, I believe. But yeah, we did catch up. I didn't want them to drag on too long, so I might be like cutting off some of the casters at times, but like yeah, we were running behind. We were like 15 minutes behind like after the second round, and we had to pick it up. So yeah, I was hounding on Leverboy to like speed things up, or else we're gonna get even further behind. So if you guys are like wondering why like casters didn't really get to say goodbye, it's because like time constraints, right? People need to be on time, right? We got to get things going because some people have to get off, some people can't be there at certain times, right? Again, the whole thing with time, it's a whole mess because Leverboy wants all this to be done live, and we did suggest the thing where we do like pre-recorded runs, but like if this is what Lever wants, then we'll do it, right? Right, we're gonna have it all live. Everyone's gonna be here live. Everyone's gonna be here at specific times. So we did that, and uh, luckily we didn't fall too far behind. And then the other thing was, yeah, just making sure scores are getting in on time. People know, like letting people know that they're going to the quarterfinals. They're advancing the next round. So just making sure people are submitting their scores so that I can tell them that they got to play on the next day. Like, I think that all went very well. I think we're lucky that everyone was able to show up even from the second round onwards, because we were kind of worried that people would have to find subs, and I don't think that was the case for most of the teams. I think only like 1 or 2 teams needed a sub, because we did have some players not show up, I think. We did have one on day 1, and I think we had another one on like the last day on the finals. I don't know if I should be saying that. Oh wait, well, wait. Pretend you didn't hear that. Oh yeah, the other thing was, I think I messed up on my part because I was DMing Lever, like, I was signaling Lever when to like start each match, but I didn't think to put it in the casters chat so that the casters also knew that stuff was going to begin. But I think it was fine because leverbois did say that, did say when the matches were going to start, and then switch to like the channel. So I think all the casters kind of saw what was coming. So unfortunately, I didn't have to put anything into the casters chat. So this is going to be again on my end, how the tournament went. Briefing players, to the day 1 players, I am so sorry for giving you instructions on the like in the wrong order. I was a little bit stressed at the time, and I told you guys to like mute the other team first. And then people were asking questions afterwards, so it was like, it was really confusing for me too. But yeah, I kind of just read some of my notes in the wrong order. So hopefully you forgive me for that. I didn't. I hope you didn't have a bad experience because of that, but yeah, just sorry. I am so sorry for that. On the same note of players being in the same chat, it was chaos. It was chaos on my end. Like there was a lot of things going on. People were making noises. People were talking their strats, whatever. I think that was really funny because I heard a lot of the times that people are just screaming screenshots, take a screenshot, and I thought that was very funny. There were also some weird funny moments too from certain other players that I won't mention. But yeah, I think at least on my end, having all 8 players together, it just felt very surreal. Just listening to 2 different teams and like how each team was behaving, it was an insane moment, guys. And yeah, so during the matches, I would have also been doing the scoring. So on the subsequent match after the first match, I would already be scoring. So that's kind of why I was able to get scores out so much, like so fast, because I wasn't doing anything. Like in between, or sorry, after the first match was done, and then the second match starts, and I finish the briefing, I would be scoring the first 2 teams that finished their match, and then I would have their scores done as soon as like they gave me what I needed to see. So yeah, there was really no work on my end. I was mostly just chilling, if anyone was curious to know. Because I would just sit there for what, 45 minutes? I would have 2 teams scoring, and then I would also be watching the stream just to watch for bounties. And that was basically it. Like my job was just to sit there, do math, and then make sure that I catch the current team and what their bounties were that they picked. Although I do appreciate that people were taking pictures of the bounties, that really did help me a lot, especially when I wasn't able to see what bounties they picked due to whatever reasons, like stupid advertisements and stuff. But yeah, during that whole thing, when the second team plays, I'm grading I'm getting the scores done in for the first team so that they know if they need to show up for tomorrow. And yeah, I really had nothing to do. Like I was just watching the video half the time, and I'm not even doing anything. Like there was nothing for me to do other than like keep pinging Leverboy to hurry it up, and also move the Knicks team in to get ready for their match. And this was basically the extent of the staff work I had to do. Like I wasn't doing anything else other than move people in, tell people what to do, and then do the scoring. Right? Right. Maybe this will give an idea to people what to expect if they do offer to volunteer for like another tournament of similar manner, like specifically Stronghold Protocol, because I don't have any other experience with other Arknights tournaments. But yeah, I basically did all this by myself, so it's not too difficult. And I don't think if you were volunteering, you would have to do anything difficult either. It's just a matter of how it's going to be handled next time. Right? I think the more important thing is like if you have the time to actually like just volunteer and help out with some of the stuff that needs to get done, right? Like if someone has to record their videos and like you have to make sure to be there to validate their run, right? You're just watching their run for like an hour. I think that's all you have to do, right? If we're doing the pre-recorded stuff that we were talking about earlier. But again, that's just in the scenario we do another tournament, like pre-recorded runs. Honestly, I don't know if another tournament's gonna happen. Don't ask me if it's gonna happen. I don't know. Guys, I will read all your comments afterwards, so just... I'm not ignoring you guys. I know you guys are commenting, but I will come back and read every single comment. Okay, so... What the heck did I write here? My hopes and dreams for the tournament starting. What? Okay, oh wait, no, I remember. Okay, so when I first originally made the score sheet, like I kind of had like something in mind where people would be running durable and aid, right, to kind of get scores, like to get a really high score, and to my surprise, actually wait, hold on, before I even mention that, Starnancy, he kind of had like a one day notice of what the score sheet was like. Hopefully this isn't like unfair or anything. I don't think it's unfair because you're still dealing with RNG. Like you're dealing with really heavy RNG, so I allowed him to just participate. But yeah, he kind of understood my thoughts and ideas, and he actually made a team that was focused on durable and aid, to my surprise, when he actually like did the tournament. So my original idea was like durable and aid are really worth a lot. So I was hoping players would like take advantage of that, but eventually people somehow did stuff with investor that I didn't know about that they could do, and then that completely blew everything off the spectrums of this score chart, right? But yeah, I'm really thankful that Starnancy did the one thing that I was looking for in this tournament. Because we were both so on board on the same thing, apparently. So it was just really cool to see that he managed to kind of pull it off. But it's just that they were up against IS Central at the time, and IS Central just overtook team name. So it was kind of sad that they didn't make it past round one, but at the same time, like gotta give props to ISC for coming up with whatever the hell they came up with. And even then, like people are coming up with like different strats to like play around the score. And in this tournament, that is one of the things that we want to see. Like people just playing differently than what they would have if these rule sets weren't like in play. Another thing about this tournament overall was was the opportunity to bring newer and older players within the Arknights community together. Because I think we have been lacking in really good content that allows for like older content or older Arknights players to like kind of uh, interact with like some of the newer players here that are also starting up Arknights, like specifically like streamers. I would say so. It's like I think this gives them a really good opportunity to like get to know some of the newer players, some of the newer streamers, and for newer streamers to like get to know some of the older streamers. I thought that was a really neat aspect, and it's a good thing that Leverbois really went out of his way to embarrass himself and gather a lot of these casters for his tournament. And I'm just really happy for Lever that he was able to pull a lot of this stuff off, because it's just like it's just crazy to think that you would get all these people in such short time, and like they're all just openly willing to like join and participate just for the sake of the tournament. And also thanks to all the participants and the viewers for like giving this tournament all the attention that you guys have given it, because I think it's really brought us all closer together, and it really shows just how positive of a community that we are, that we can come together and like just have fun with what we have and what we're given in this game. Okay, what do we have? Yeah, final words. Okay, yeah, volunteers. We really do need more volunteers in this community. It would be really nice if we can have more volunteers, but you know, if people don't want to volunteer, then they don't have to volunteer. But you know, just remember, if you want a good, if you guys want a good event, if you guys want like good tournaments to be had, then you know, make sure you volunteer, because it really helps everyone as a whole, and hopefully like people don't have a bad experience when such things do happen, right? When large collaborations, like large events, tournaments, that kind of stuff happens. And yeah, just continue to spread positivity amongst the entire community. So we should also do our part to grow the positivity that we have here in this community together. Okay, what do I have next? Oh my god, retirement and break. Okay. Okay, so I'm not retiring, guys. I'm just here to say that I've been sick for who knows how long. I have been coughing so much. I've even had a stream where I said, like where I was just muted and I wouldn't be talking because I was coughing so much. And I still am. Like I'm sure some of you contestants, like some of the contestants, like you've probably caught on that I've been like coughing while like giving you briefings and stuff, or even during like practice runs. And it's just been getting worse. That has been getting worse. And on top of the coughing, like I've coughed so hard that I think I cracked some of my lower left ribs because I've been flexing those muscles so much after like when coughing. So yeah, I've been in some serious pain, like actual pain, like throughout the entire tournament. And to make it even worse, like I was having such a good time throughout the tournament, like not even during the tournament, but like during practice matches, like we were having such a good time. Everyone was just playing for fun. No one's doing anything like stupid or like or anything like negative of the sort, but like yeah, we were just laughing, we were having fun. I was having a fun time. And yeah, I would just laugh so hard that I would be in so much pain. But but you know, it's fine because we were having such a good time, and and I don't think that was like worth giving up. But yeah, I'll probably be taking like a month off just to recover from that. Maybe like just not talk for a long time. Stay in bed, rest a lot. At least until the pain goes away. So yeah, yeah. So everyone who's been saying like I should take care of myself, yeah, I really should. But I've been like neglecting myself because that's usually how I am. But yeah, I will take time to rest properly and make sure I heal fully, and then I'll probably make my return by doing I don't know. I don't know what's gonna come in next month. Like I don't know. I'll just be back, and then hopefully I'll be back into doing like my dumb 3-star runs or whatever. I hope no one watches. Yeah. Oh yeah, another big thing why I actually stepped up to volunteer for this tournament. Like this is a big thing. Like I don't know if I didn't mention this earlier, but me and my friends couldn't align up our times to play Stronghold Protocol. So I was left with nothing to do. Like I couldn't play Stronghold Protocol with my like IRL friends, and that really bummed me out. And like that was also the same time where like Leverboy actually messaged me because like I was DMing with my friends, so like, hey, let's play Stronghold Protocol, and I was like, oh yeah, no times lined up, so then we couldn't do any of that. It's such a shame. Like I'm so upset that like I couldn't play Stronghold with any of my IRL friends. And then yeah, and then an opportunity to help Leverboy showed up, so I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do it because Xyrathan wasn't replying back. No. Yes, yeah. So I just volunteered to help Leverboy do this thing, and I also got to meet a lot of people. I also got to meet a lot of people. It was very fun. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun designing some of this stuff. I just wish I had someone I could discuss a lot of this stuff with before like actually releasing it to the public. Because I definitely had no one to discuss any of the scoring with other than myself and like two other people who also lacked a lot of stronghold information. I was doing a lot of that stuff on my own. I was like researching it on YouTube. I was trying to figure out a lot of stuff. But yeah, fortunately, everything turned out well. I'm really glad that everything went well. Like it went better than I expected, honestly. And huge props to Leverboy for actually like pulling through with all this, because there was a lot of times where he was like he wanted to give up, but he just persevered and pulled through. So really, we should be applauding Leverboy for bringing us all together like this. Why are you calling me Eric? I'm not Eric. No, the Discord memes, guys. Don't call me Eric. Anyways, I'm gonna start reading through some of your comments now. What did you guys have to say? Okay, let's start from the very beginning on the comments. I made it into stream. I'm a little late since. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Duckman. Yeah, I think because of how rushed it was, there was a lack of staff to work with. That is a statement. There was no staff to work with. It was just me and Leverboy. Literally no staff. But at least things went well enough, with only the staff being exhausted and one problem with the stream. With stream 2 of the tournament. I'm assuming you were referring to the thing that showed up on the screen that should be removed. But yeah, things went well. Fortunately enough, it wasn't anything too troublesome. Fortunately, I also didn't get disconnected. Right? I feel like if my internet dropped or my electricity suddenly dropped, that would have brought chaos for sure. Like if I lost connection to the internet, or if I was like not here, like things would have went downhill for sure. Damn, they need you admin. Wait, damn, they need you admin and then at admin. Yeah, they definitely need to add me or add someone. But most of the time they were like adding Leverboy instead of me, especially when it came to like some of these things that I'm the one who made, right? Especially the score sheet. I'm the one who like designed most of the score sheet. I feel like you should be asking me and not Leverboy. Leverboy just made the schedules for the most part. I don't mean to call him out. Like he did do a lot of stuff, right? I had to go through a lot of confirmations with him before I like actually finalized it on my end. But yeah, I'm also asking a guy who doesn't play like Stronghold, other than like Yerag and Goliath. So that's kind of what I'm working with. So I'm off doing my research on YouTube. Thank you, Ramen Blitz, for some of your guides. Sadly, it didn't play out very well for you, but you know, maybe next time. I genuinely have no clue how you did it, but I'm glad whatever you did worked well enough that only like one alliance came out to be too broken feeling. It was at least cool to see two teams at the end do the same busted alliance to fight each other at the finals. I wonder if this is a good time to tell you guys. That last match was a little bit fixed because you guys might have noticed, but like we were like starting the match and then like restarting the match, but you wouldn't have seen it on the screen because you know, Leverboy was messing it up a lot. He was switching screens when he shouldn't have. But yeah, we kind of rigged it so that both teams had investor available, just to kind of give it like a more fair fight between the two of them, because we knew they were both going to run investor. Both teams shared their plans to us beforehand. Like we were all in a group and we were already discussing like what the strats was like. The gang already knew the strats that ISC was running, and ISC knew that the gang was going to use their strat, right? Because like teacher and student teams. So we kind of just let them both run investor and then just see how it went from there. And as you saw from the results, ISC did manage to pull ahead of their students. The Excel sheet was genius. Oh yeah, and also Duckman, yes, thank you. I am so happy for these praises. Like, thank you for your praises. I just thank you. But I don't think it was too much of a task. If you really wanted my honest opinion, like there really wasn't much for me to do. The Excel sheet was genius. Thank you for keeping it casual. Yeah, the Excel sheet. I wish people actually asked me about like how to do some of the scoring. But I think most of the teams that actually like ISC, for example, like they already kind of understood how the spreadsheet works, like without me having to explain anything. Like they would just dump their info in there, no problems. I'm sure there were people who were kind of having problems trying to understand how the spreadsheet worked. Just because they probably don't have like experience with spreadsheets, or like they just don't understand how the scoring system worked. But yeah, the spreadsheet was mostly for me. If I'm gonna calculate something, I'm gonna automate it. Right? And if it's automated on my part, I have to do less work. So that's what this spreadsheet is. The spreadsheet basically just makes it so I have to do 80% less work. Yeah, I heard the hidden core bit before joining, and that was my main bit that I didn't like the idea of, but I'm glad it got changed since it genuinely made it more enjoyable in the end. Yeah, just having hidden core, like it was so frustrating because like if you had to beat hidden core, right? Or sorry, if you didn't beat hidden core, then that would leave you at such a disadvantage. I'd feel like it's kind of the same as losing a teammate, where if you lost a teammate, like you would just straight up be at a disadvantage if you lost a teammate early on. And that's kind of where the balancing idea came in, right? Like where you have like the highest stack minus the lowest stack, but it's like But it's like, is that really enough? Like, or is it too much? Again, I have no one to discuss this with because either you were participating or or you just didn't care enough to like help me come up with ideas, right? Like I'm not saying like it's not anybody's fault, but it's like who am I gonna ask? Like who do I ask for like some of these feedback? Like especially when the tournament and the spreadsheet rules are already they're already handed out. Like it's hard to make changes to these rules. So like I didn't know what to do about this stuff. So what was out was out. Like there's nothing I could do about it. But I did make that foresight change. I did make that foresight change, and it wasn't too impactful, I think. So I think that was a positive change because I didn't want people worrying about foresight. So that was hopefully one thing off people's nerves when they were participating in the tournament or when the matches went on. I think asking for wait, what did you write? What is SCMSHT? Wait, what is this? Oh, asking for screenshot. Oh, I can't read. Asking for screenshot. Yeah, asking for a screenshot was reasonable. I don't honestly, yeah, I think if I did the screenshots, it was definitely the way for me to do it as like a solo staff. Because because let's say if everyone was doing a video, everyone was recording a video, I would on day one, I would have to go through 64 hours of video. Like I don't have the time to sit through 64 hours of video. Like even if it's 16 teams and they have like one screenshot on like a screen share of four, like I don't have time to sit through that and then give people their scores. Like even if I'm like killing ahead, like it's so much it's so much more to pay attention to compared to a screenshot. Like not only am I zooming through like the videos, I have to like go to certain points in the video, and then I also have to check their scores every time. It's like it's so much harder than just receiving a screenshot and like looking at it directly and then going to the next image. But yeah, I'm just lucky that no one had problems with screenshots. Because I think if people had problems with screenshots, then like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like people don't send screenshots. Like if one person doesn't send screenshots at all, like I actually have to disqualify someone. Like my intent is not to disqualify anyone. If I had to be honest, right? That's why there was no That's why there's no penalty. There's no penalty for missing screenshots, even though it says there's penalties. Like I didn't want to stress anyone out. I think a lot of people knew that I wasn't like penalizing anyone for taking screenshots. I would just openly say I don't care. Like, I really don't. You just send me the correct screenshots. You tell me that you're running foresight. Look, that's all I need. That's all I need to know. That's the scoring. That's done. Yeah, based on how long it took me to just send screenshots, it took me like 7 to 10 minutes to get all of them, and then others probably were slower than me. But I don't know for sure about that. Yeah, because people have to review their videos and get screenshots there, right? If you sent me the video, then how long is that going to take me? You have to upload the video, you have to send me the video, I have to review the video. I'm one person, I can't do all that. Like, I don't have the time to download 4 people's videos from one team and then review all of them. There's just no way that's happening. And then there's no way I can review scores fast enough to let people know what their scores are before they head off to bed. Yeah, I'm glad others were honest about things and trying to make things fair for everyone, despite lack of proof of their current status for a round. Yeah, yeah, like I think the Arknights community is just like it's a very positive community. Like I don't think there's any bad people here, but if there are, then like then everyone will know if there's a bad person in the community. Because if we know that there's a bad person, we just filter them out, right? Because everyone's gonna know about them. Hey Rex, what's up? Oh, my day's big fan rest off. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. And good morning to you, if you just woke up. Yeah, that's what my team tried. Yeah, that's what my team tried doing once we heard about the one investor strategy. We tried to imitate it, but we didn't know how to get it consistently. So we just fell back on what we knew. Yeah, that's why I thought there was no point in there's nothing people can do if they just see the final results of the spreadsheet because they don't know the cause and effect that led up to it. So it's like Pokemon open spreadsheets. Like you can't figure out what people are going to do in like Pokemon tournaments because like everyone's gonna try to do like something snarky, everyone's gonna try to do something sneaky and get you by surprise or like catch you off guard. Yeah, I think the amount of casters is perfect, but yeah, staff wise, or there probably could have been one or two more people, but I don't know who would be the best for it since I don't know many people's experience with the work you had to do. I mean, because of what we had to do, let's say for example we did have one or two more staff. Um, the biggest thing is time, right? Right, because on day one we had 8 hours, so it's like if they did show up, what work do I give them, right? Like what do I have them do? Because it's just gonna be them sitting around for like 8 hours or 4 hours if they're like only here for 4 hours, and then just have them like, oh yeah, tell contestants to be in this channel, have them briefed, and then what? And then what? They're just sitting there. They're just sitting there doing nothing. Like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna recruit staff just to do that. Like that feels like such a waste of their time, and I don't wanna take away their time just to do that. Right, when I could just do the entire thing myself. Like I could do all that and still have free time. Right? Like why waste someone else's time when like I could just do the entire thing? But yeah, I think if we did have staff and we had a different plan going in with the streaming, then maybe they could like help um, broadcast a player's perspective into another channel where Leverboy would take it. Right, that way we could have two separate VCs, one for each team, and still have both videos. So even that, like the big thing is time, right? Right? Do people have time for this? If they don't have time for this, then then is it gonna work out? And a lot of this planning is short notice, so it's hard to plan what we're going to do in the first place because we don't know how the video format's going to be played, like be had on Leverboy's end, because Leverboy said he was going to do it like this, and then if we had to change it, then yeah, we definitely would have need more people, and we don't have the time for it. We can't find staff who are willing to put in that much time. I'm very for this, especially for the time zone. Okay, I'm assuming that was for the pre-recorded videos. Yeah, that should be a thing that we should be doing, right? I don't think we should be calling out players for for cheating or anything like that, but we should have more faith that players in the community are going to be honest about their runs and like their scores. Right, because we should just try to like include as many people in this community as possible. But that's just what I think. Like I don't, like, I haven't been into this community for like ever, honestly. Like I think the only time I've ever interacted with the community is basically since I started streaming. Arknights specifically. No, that's basically 6 months ago, guys. Like, I'm not even part of this community. I just happen to like integrate myself into it. But like, I'm sure you guys who are like in the live chats, like you guys are probably already part of the community. If you guys if any of us think about it, really, like you guys are already here in the community. You don't have to be on any Discord. Like you're just actively chatting with whoever is streaming. Like that's I think already a big part of it. No, I was there for the entire of it, but yeah, having people be active in all of it and not just silently watching for a bit is near impossible. Yeah, it's tough having staff, right? Right, like people have to pay attention. People have to be there when things are happening, when things are about to change, right? Like scene changes, like squad teams are swapping in. Gotta be wary of time, right? You don't want to be behind so that like you're pushing people further back. Yeah, we just gotta make sure everything's on time and everything's in order. Repeated attempts would be an issue. Like I said, maybe you weren't there for it, but like yeah, if we're doing pre-recorded runs, you have to have someone from the tournament side or like one of the staff like verify that that is the run that you are sending in. Right. So you don't have reruns until like you get what you want. Right. The staff and tournament official are there just to like reinforce that is the run that you did. Right. Right. People can't just keep doing runs until they submit, until they like find the best one to submit. Like someone has to be there to monitor your run, to make sure, to first off like validate that is your run, and to make sure that you're not like doing anything like also having a pre-recorded run playing, right? You have to verify that is the correct time. You have to verify that is the same run that is going to be turned in. Yeah, like it did feel a bit unfair with having players with a full roster and players being forced into a specific alliance because they're missing like 80% of the roster. Um, yeah, that is a thing. I mean, we did have Ramen Blitz with his team of TFT Misfits coming in, and well, things just didn't turn out well for them. Even though they practiced so much, like it was like it's like what Ramen said. It's like a one-trick pony. Like they didn't get lucky. They didn't get like their optimal band alliances. But you know, it was surprising to see him actually try and pull it off. They did. I do think that they got some pretty good runs in on their practices. But yeah, I think it's a better idea to have a category where we have players with large rosters of 6 stars and a different category with players that have a smaller roster of 6 stars in like different categories of the tournament. So like so they'll both be like doing their own different tournaments instead. So maybe we'll have like IS Central host like a more a more seasoned doctor kind of tournament, and then like maybe Leverbois will have a more newbie friendly tournament or something. I don't know, guys. I'm just giving suggestions. I honestly don't know what's going to happen on the next Stronghold Protocol, and don't include me in it, please. Yeah, I think a nice split would be players below 100 or 100 or the same category. I mean, yeah, I mean levels, but like, you know, the amount of 6 stars you have is also very important. To be honest, the caster's chat ended up as staff chat, so it's all good. Hey, you know what? At least the staff also get to meet some of the casters, right? They get to meet some of the big Arknights names in the community. Nope, no bad experience. Of course there was no bad experience because I was there. AI viewers streamboo.com. Um Thank you. Regs. Hey, Red Dot doesn't need AI viewers. Yeah, I kind of wish we had teams stick around a little after matches so we had time to unmute them and tell them GG and such. But that's my only real complaint about that bit, but it doesn't matter as much as other stuff, to be honest. Yeah, you can also just tell them in the discussions chat. Like you could find everyone's name if you just searched up their team name, because everyone's name was edited so it contained their team name. So if you wanted to do that, you could have just added them, and then you would have all their team members show up when you add them. Yeah, and even if you missed bounties, I know at least my team got the bounties shown. Yeah, I was really grateful that some people had screenshots of their bounties, because there were cases where I did miss some bounties due to some circumstances, but for the most part, I did. I was watching the live stream on my end, and I was recording it as well, so I did have a backup of bounties in case like people didn't record it themselves. But like if both of us didn't have it, luckily people were telling us like what bounties they picked. They like I didn't see anyone saying they picked a 3 bounty, right? Right, there was a right. People had like a 1 2 2 1 bounty, and like they didn't even say 3. They just openly said that they picked 1. Right? They picked a 1 fun bounty. Like they could have lied, but you know it's not that big of a deal. The tournament even happens all night to your time zone. Yeah, that's correct. The day 1 was 9:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. for my time, or sorry, 9:30 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. Right, and then the next one was like 9, or sorry, not 9, 10:30 p.m. to like 2 a.m. or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, it was late in the night for me. It's not like being in the night is not too bad. I'm sure it's harder for people in the morning, I think, because people have work, and then for nighttime it's like it's whatever, right? Just sleep later, I guess. If hopefully Restov got all the sleep he needs. I never get enough sleep. I always sleep like just barely enough. Poor Unk is a real sleep deprived because of tournament times. No, it's not even because I'm not even sleep deprived because of tournament times. I'm just staying up late because I'm staying up late. You guys are there. Wait, you guys know I'm not even sleeping. I'm just literally staying awake for 3 hours after the next tournament, like after the tournament ends. One Rex, like, what are you guys on about? What do you mean sleep deprived? I'm already sleeping at 7 a.m. It doesn't change anything. Yeah, most older players' interaction with newer ones is just us helping them. But it is nice having new and more fun ways for both sides of the spectrum to get to know each other, or to know each other better. Yeah, I just think there's just very little opportunity for us to like actually like directly interact with each other. So this was like I'm hoping this is a lasting effect, and hopefully there's more to come when another event like this comes out. Oh no, oh dear, I wish I knew what this was a response to, because I don't remember. was like 30 minutes ago. I don't even know what I was talking about 30 minutes ago. Forced to sit in for 9-hour moments. Yeah, just being there for 9 hours. It's not as bad as you think. But maybe that's just from my experience and like uh, based on my hobbies as well. Because to everyone who doesn't know, I play Phantasy Star, and if you guys think gacha rates are bad, you guys have never seen rates that are like 1 in 204,000. Right here, let me write that down for you so you can like put it in a calculator or something. Like we have games that are rates that have rates that are like 200,000 tans for a rare drop. Right, we have that, and then it's like what else? And then not on top of that, you also have like rates that are like 0.5% chance on a rare enemy, right? You have 1 in 204,000 chance to get an item, and it's also on a rare enemy that's 0.5% chance. Like, yeah, good luck getting anything. Like this is what I farmed, guys. You guys never play Phantasy Star, like Phantasy Star Online 1 and 2? Yo, good luck. You guys think 2% is bad? Yeah, you guys don't know rates. You guys haven't seen real rates back in 2002. These are real drop rates, by the way. MMOs are never easy to grind. This isn't an MMO. This is an action RPG. This is an action RPG back in 2002 that used the online function of a console that basically only this game had to use. Like, this was the only game that used the online function of the GameCube. Didn't even exist in 2002. Anyways, yeah, that's what I played for 20 years, guys. How about you guys? You guys play this gacha game, 2% race? Psh, that's nothing. Didn't get a character? Psh, that's nothing. No, I'm joking. Yeah, the rates. Like I would farm this game like hours on end. So staying up for this for 8 hours, this is nothing. ARPG is it PSO2? No, it is. It is the game before that. It is the prequel to PSO2. You're looking at PSO 1 and 2, right? PSO 2 episode. Sorry, not PSO 2. Phantasy Star Online episode 1 and 2. Specifically that name. But yeah, that's what I played. I don't know if you guys want to get into it, but like there is a private server, but I'm not gonna recommend anyone playing it. I think a lot of us have been neglecting ourselves. I know I need to, since one of the days I was literally going on with 2 hours of sleep. Well, look, man, I hope you're getting the sleep you deserve right now. If you are still sleep deprived, hopefully you get that sleep in. Because the tournament's finally over, Stronghold's finally over, you can finally just take it easy. Okay, wait. Who is this calling me Eric? Who are you, Zaguso? Like, how do you know this? How do you know people are calling me Eric? Like, how do you know I changed my Discord name to Eric? Lack of staff? It was a deficit. Yeah, having more staff was honestly gonna be a problem to me. Because I can't waste other people's time. Like, I can't waste other people's time when really I'm the only one who needs to do all this, right? Right? Like I don't need to have someone come in just to like do this when I could just do it as well. Yeah, that's the thing I was referring to, the incident that should be forgotten about. Oh, okay. It wasn't even a staff, it was a volunteer. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm just volunteering, guys. Like it's not staff. I'm just labeled as staff because it's more easily recognizable that I am like working on this tournament, right? Right. I feel like volunteer would be like a different kind of role where they come in just to like be told like what they need to do, right? Right. I feel like that's more volunteer work. So like you're basically taking orders from like someone above you just to like follow through with like what needs to be done. Pro Ramen Blitz. I'm Zahira, dude. Well, guys, I'm only on first names. I don't read full names, right? If I'm reading your full, actually no, I'm so sorry, Celeste. I've been calling you your full name for like quite a while. But yeah, yeah, Zahira. I've mostly just been calling you Zahira instead of Zaguso, you know. Z stands for Zahira, yeah, and R stands for Riot, right? Surely. Yeah, we saw Leverbois messing it up, but it was funny seeing that rerolling was kind of allowed for the finales to make something more interesting than a complete domination from one side. Yeah, it would have been bad if one side got investor banned, so we had to make sure that if we're gonna see like an interesting final match, we just let them do what they want. The tourney's a good watch. Oh wait, you're also on Twitch. Wait, Zahira, you're also on Twitch. Why are you messaging on YouTube? Yeah, that foresight change was good, but it was one I still didn't want to risk with Laterano units since Executor alters stacks way too quickly at times. Yeah, especially if you were killing very slowly and you just had Executor farming like in the front where your defender was or like where your medic was, then yeah, you might accidentally farm a lot of foresight. But you know, if you have a lot of foresight, maybe you can farm another stack on the round after. I don't know. I'm not playing the game. I haven't played the game enough to know this stuff. All I know is my like three strats that I've been using. I have played Laterano, so I do kind of like understand where this foresight stuff comes from. But yeah, mostly I just play Sargon. I play Aegir, and then I make Ross Montes fit in. Right? I make my favorite operator do the damage. That's all I care about. That's my stronghold. That's my stronghold strat. It honestly sucks. In my opinion, the under-constructed spreadsheet was a result of a unprepared work. If there was more time to do research and carefully make it, because the tournament was like days away. Yeah, it definitely would have helped to have more information. It definitely would have helped to have more people, like give their thoughts and opinions on it, right? All I had at the time was Leverboy and Aqua Magma, Star Nincy, and Aqua Magma and Star Nincy also couldn't give much of an opinion, right? Right, because they're also not too knowledgeable about Stronghold, right? Especially Star Nincy, right? Star Nincy ended up participating in the tournament as well, right? And at the time, he didn't really know too much about Stronghold Protocol either, and he didn't know if like some of these scorings were balanced or not. So we were basically just going off what we thought might have been balanced, right? Because I definitely thought Investor would be harder to get, but after seeing these guys get 20 foresight and then a full Investor team is like what do I do about that? I can't prepare for that. Yeah, it's about the same time I've been, but for Twitch side of streams, pretty much started getting into the communities around this year's Icebreakers. Yeah, Icebreakers is definitely a community event where you get to play with your streamers, you get to play with your viewers, right? You get to discuss a lot of things about Icebreakers, like just have fun. These are really fun multiplayer events on Arknights, and I think you should enjoy it while you still can. Same with me, hi Rex. I only started watching Twitch stream because Lever got like 15 seconds delay on... Yeah, 15 seconds delay on YouTube is it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I think that's just because he's not running it on low latency, but even then, I think it's just a thing on YouTube, I guess. It's still pretty funny, lost twice. Yeah, Ramen losing twice was that was a thing. Yeah, one choice wasn't to play when you can have it potentially banned. Definitely. Yeah, I try my best to tell GGs to each team, or at least someone from their team, to let them know we had fun with our matches. Yeah, maybe that's the thing that we should mention next time if there is one. Probably, but you know, there is open channels where you can do that. It's just a matter of getting the people to ping. First tournament day was hell. Agreed. I wanted 10 hours for my match. Wait, I waited 10 hours for my match to lose. You know, I am so sorry that you guys lost, but well, that's how the tournament goes, I guess. One team got to win, another team's got to lose. What? We got. Where's this conversation in chat? Sleeping at 7 a.m. Yeah, that's a pretty normal occurrence for me. You ate your first meal in 12 hours. Yeah, I was behind on my meal schedule. I had like breakfast and lunch ready, but I was like eating one meal, and then I had to like, and then I wasn't hungry, and then I waited before I ate another meal. Rustov, oh, hey Chico, welcome in. Sorry, I'm reading late chat, guys. I'm trying to catch up on everything you guys wrote, and I'm still only halfway because more messages keep coming in. Oh yes, the best reward for the tournament is here, Chico Karaoke. Yeah, that definitely was a very nice change of pace at the end. For everyone who stuck around at the end, Chico was doing karaoke for us. It was very lovely, and thank you for singing at the end. That comment about the tournament spreading to a lot of corners of the Arknights community, I think. Oh. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, leverbois made it so overblown. It was insane. But you know, the end result is what matters here. Everything worked out in the end. Everyone had a good time. Everyone was laughing. Everyone was playing the game, even if it's just for fun. Because I remember after the tournament, right? A couple of us after the tournament came together to do a stronghold run, and we all just ran A gear. We were trying to see who could kill the other players, right? Everyone ran A gear. Everyone was fighting for A gear, and then basically the person who survived the longest won. So yeah, we had that interesting thing going on at the end. Shiko was there. It was Shiko, Alyssal, and I think who was it? Was it Zahira? No, it wasn't Zahira. Wait, who was it? I think it was Advent J. Yeah, I think it was Alyssal, Advent J, and Shiko and I. We were doing this Abyssal run. And basically, the last man standing wins, because we were all going after Abyssal Hunters and A gear. Yeah, Zahira, you were there, but you didn't make it in. Well, the game will surely bring people together, so the RNG make rule set kind of hard, but if it's for fun, I think it works fine. Yeah, Ab J, thanks. Like, yeah, it's really hard to make a scoring sheet when everything is basically RNG. I don't know if Stronghold Protocol 2 will mitigate some of this RNG, where you can like select your band alliances at the start, but like someone has to play on CN to tell us that, I think. ARPG is a PSO2? Oh, wait, I answered this. I feel old, holy? What do you mean you feel old? PSO2 is not that old. PSO2 was like 2010 or 2012 or something. Pretty sure it's 2012. But PSO 1 and 2, that is 2002 and earlier, because they also had it on the Dream. Wait, is it Dreamcast? Yeah, they also had it on the Dreamcast. If you guys even know what a Dreamcast is, that's old. Who says Stronghold is over? I'm still playing. Well, it's gonna be over soon. Stronghold is over, get over it. It's time to play RA. I've already beaten RA, so I'm not gonna do that until RA2 comes out. Like, I'm already done this entire thing, so I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it again, guys. Leave me, you double support. What's up, Eric? Big fan. Why are you also messaging me on YouTube? Rex, what? Why? Oh my god, is that the Minecraft YouTuber Rex? Wrong guy. I'm still mauling that I was so close to achieving Swift Precision Nymph on quarterfinals. Swift Precision Nymph, that would be really interesting to see. I mean, I definitely want to see whatever this guy was cooking that said they had like Swift Raid Irene. Or Irene, however you want to pronounce her name. I play everything except Victoria. You play everything except Victoria, Shiko, but you keep playing Aegir. Investor is so busted, but there was nothing we can do. Now Warfare is busted. Imagine playing Investor Foresight. I mean, yeah, if you play Investor Foresight, then basically you're gaining 2,000 points still. But it's just a matter of, are your teammates also going to be doing that? Are your teammates also going to be like running super high stacks, or are you just gonna leave them in the dust? Right? Because sure, you'll be gaining an extra 2,000 points, but then when your point difference is like 1,800 higher than like the lowest stack person, then are you really gaining any points? Right, your teammates also have to be running something. Right, maybe they're also running Foresight Investor. I guess if you have two people running Foresight and Investor, then you basically won the game. Sorry for messages. We are big yappers. Yeah, you guys are just having a discussion in my chat. Is this a #1 Ross Montes enjoyer? Probably not. I'm sure there's another person who likes Ross Montes on the community or also streams. But I am definitely a Ross Montes enjoyer. That is not incorrect. Am I #1? Maybe not. And I could enjoy that Aegir competition, yeah. J, yeah, I lost first. Hey, me and Alysso made it to the end. So it was kind of a tie. He had more Aegir stacks, but I had more overall stacks. So who does the victory go to? You guys decide. Who's the better Aegir player? Oh wait, I'm all caught up with chat. Hey, I made it to the end. Well, it would be good if. Well, it would be good. It is. Wait, what? It would be good if it is. Wait, what? Huh? What? Huh? I can't read this. It would be good if it was a. If there was a way to make a character pick more manageable. Hey, look, J, just saying, luck is a skill, right? Just respect. You just respect your life, and yeah, respect into luck on your next life. Dreamcast sounds familiar. Chico best Aegir player, totally not biased. Yeah, luck is a skill, guys. Anyways, I think with that, now that I'm done reading all of chat and I'm done reading my part for the tournament, yeah, this is where I'm gonna disappear for a while. I really hope I recover from coughing and as well as this friggin' rib pain. Like, holy smoke, it's killing me. I can't sit down, I can't lie down, I can't sit up, like... Wow, it hurts after laughing so much. Get well soon, Unk. Yo, guys, come on, I'm not dying because I'm old, I'm dying because I kept flexing my cough muscles. Alright, whatever, guys. Anyways, if you guys want to know where I will be next, in about an hour? Wait, what time does it start? Is it 1:30 for me? Wait, hold on, let me double check this. Rex, where's our DMs? Where's the time that you pasted? 1 hour and 33 minutes. Yeah, okay, so in 1 hour and 33 minutes, Leverbois and Celeste are going to be streaming a Stronghold run, and I'm actually going to be a part of it, and I think that's the last thing I'll be doing for tonight. Yeah, and then I'll be gone indefinitely. Right? I don't even know if you guys want to watch what I do in Arknights, really. I really just do nothing. It's mostly just for archiving, but, you know. I'll be here around if anyone, you know, needs me, if anyone wants me to do anything. Yeah, I just stream casually. I don't do anything in particular, really. So, yeah. If you guys catch me around streaming, you know, just stop by, say hi, and then leave. I think that's enough for me. You guys just stop by and say hi. Like that's good enough for me. Stop getting old slandered. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I hope it doesn't become a recurring theme. Wow, Lever is streaming back to back. Yeah, if you guys want to know what Lever is doing, Lever is actually streaming with Ohio Hina, I believe. And I think they are playing Stronghold Protocol right now. You know what? Maybe I'll raid Leverboy. Is Celeste also streaming? Who do I raid? Where's Celeste doing right now? Zyrathan's also streaming. Oh wait, of course Zyrathan's streaming because they're playing with Ohio Hina. Okay, Celeste is doing the event, and Leverboy is playing with Ohio Hina. Do you guys want to watch Ohio Hina and whatever the heck their thing is? Or do you guys want to go to Celeste? Celeste is playing the event. I'm giving you guys two options here. Do you guys want to go to Celeste, or do you want to watch Leverboy play with some big names in the Arknights community? Yeah, Leverboy is collabing. I don't think... Whoever tickles your pickle? Have I ever raided Celeste before? I have, right? Have I ever raided Lever before? I'm pretty sure I also raided Lever before. Yo, guys, no, don't start the Sargon stuff in my chat, please. Please, think about who's watching this. Whoa, Rex, you can't say that. Rex, no, you can't say that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna raid Celeste because I was actually hanging out with Celeste earlier. Wow, guys, it's been a long yap. I am tired. Now you're killing me with laughter? Yeah. Well, you... I hope you die, Rex. I hope you die. Alright, guys. That will be it from me for a while. I hope you guys had a fun time viewing the tournament, participating in the tournament, and I hope we can do it all over again some other time. Let's hope. Let's hope that we can do it again some other time. Maybe next time I won't be dead. Maybe next time I'll be participating and I'll show you guys how dumb I am at this game. But until then, keep playing Arknights, right? Enjoy the positivity from the community, and I hope we all stay here for a long time. I also hope I'm not writing Cerulea's... wait, oh shoot, am I writing her name wrong? Okay, good, I wrote her name right. Okay. Alright, bye guys! Raid message? Oh, you guys want a raid message? Tell them Uncle is retiring. Yo, no, Rex, stop, don't. Why is that not censored? Why is it not filtered? Yo, Rex, how are you getting away with this? You can't say that. Okay, anyways, just tell Celeste that Unc's retiring. Ban Rex. Yeah, I'll ban him for a day. Alright guys, take care, bye-bye. What did Rex type? You'll never know.